This is Michelle here at Life Mantra Tarot. I hope that you guys are all doing great. It is Tuesday evening. Haven't been on since I think Saturday, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I hope you guys have been having a good work week and all that stuff so far. Um, Staying well and all that stuff. I've been under the weather for the past couple of days, so I stayed home from work, which I never do. I felt really guilty about it, but gotta listen to our bodies, right? Self care, very important. So, with all that said, yeah, you guys, hey Yvette, how are you, honey? Um, so you guys did see that this is a collective message. I wanted to also start by saying, Lati, girl, let me tell you something. Okay. All right, so let me say my little intro first, so I don't throw myself off. Then I'm gonna tell you what happened while you were reading for me. Um, so I wanted to, welcome the new folks who end up showing up, of course. And hopefully you like what you see here and hit that subscription button and the notification bell, the like button, all those good things that help the channel out and keep us connected. Thank you for my OGs, triple OGs here in the building who are helping your sister out by being moderators, those that are here currently. Um, and so on and so forth. I love y'all. Thank you for the continued support. Appreciate y'all. So Lati, while I was watching your reading, I was just laying there, and it's funny because like I was laying down and I was on my phone, and I was like, I think I should go live. And then while I was saying that in my head, you went live, and I was like, well, I'm gonna watch this live before I do anything. My girl's been on a roll. Whenever I catch it, I catch it. So I go on, and the reading, I was like, I wonder where is this going? And then like when you started talking about certain things, because obviously, collectives, we have to use our own discernment, right? Like what is the message saying to us at the same time while you pull the cards? So like, I'm like, wait a minute, this is about my fucking cousin. Hey Joy, how are you, girl? So I'm just like, this is crazy. So like as you're reading, I'm just like, wow, this is all like, this is crazy. Like this is my story. Like for me, it's somewhat past energy, but at the same time, she's been reaching out to me lately. So I'm like, it's an omen, right? Got to be mindful of her and her trying to come back into my life. I love her, but I gotta love her from a distance. So, and then it's also funny because while you were reading, you were like, as soon as you like said, oh, okay, this is gonna be the last deck I read from, and then you got that little nudge to read from here. I was like, I said to myself, if I go live, I think I'm gonna do a Kipper reading deck, and lo and behold, that's the deck that you got drawn to, and I'm like, that's crazy. I said it in the comments too. There were so many things that came up, like things that I like as you were reading, I would say it, and then it would come out in the cards, and vice versa. I'm just like, yo, this is crazy as hell. So that's how I know that me and my girl are connected. So for those of you who haven't subscribed to her yet, definitely check out Tears and Wheat Tarot Show. Amazing reader. Also, my girl here, Readings by Swan Joy. Amazing reader as well. You can find her also on Facebook to book readings with her privately. Amazing readers and amazing people. So definitely will highly recommend. So with all that said, now we're going to jump into the reading. I just had to put that out there. But yes, speaking of energy sucking people, I don't know what the fuck is going on with me today, or just in general lately. I have not been myself. I try to, be on the up and up all the time and all that, but I have not been feeling like myself lately. And it took a head yesterday and today. Like, yesterday I called out of work, which I never do. And I really wasn't feeling well, but it was something deeper than that. Then today I attempted to go to work. I did go. And then I got there, the teacher who I work under, she looked at me and she said, "You don't look good." And then I was like, I want to stay. She's like, "I think you should go home." And I'm just like, "Oh, okay, you sure?" She's like, "Yeah, it's fine. We will be okay. There's enough staff. We will be okay." And then she's like, "Go to Stacy. Do you want me to tell her, our boss?" And then I'm like, I'll talk to her. She was in a meeting. So then I talked to the secretary. And she's like, yeah, you don't look good. You should go home. And she's like, you're a great worker. You should not worry about it. Blah, blah, blah. And then I started crying. And she's like, is there something else going on? I was like, I'm okay. And she's like, do you need a hug? I'm like, oh my God. And I'm never the one like that breaks down like in front of people. Like I do that shit by myself. So I cried a lot today. So I probably look all crazy. I sound congested and stuff. But I'm all right, you know. I got guided to read. And my girl definitely inspired me to read, so I'm here, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the damn thing. So I'm sorry for like a quick little spiel about that, but you know, just an update, right? You know, I like to keep you guys updated on what's going on with me, just like I like to know what's going on with you guys, and you know, be in the loop so we can be there for each other, right? So I love y'all for letting me be able to vent a little bit. I'm kind of hot. It's probably because of whatever I got going on right now. Like I'm not feeling 100%. So like I was sweating when I went to work too. I was like, why am I sweating? It was cold this morning. Like when I went to work, it was like 40-something degrees, and I was sweating. Like no reason to be sweating. So it's just funny because you know now I got this damn silk press, and I gotta keep my hair dry. My neck is hot, so I'm like, don't want my hair to turn into an afro just yet. Spent too much money for that shit. So yeah, messy bun it is. But yeah. All right, so let me get into the reading. So Spirit, what is going on with the collective energy at this time? Let's get a few messages to see what's going on from the Kipper. The Kipper deck is interesting because it almost tells like a story, and they have to piece the pieces together. So it's going to be different for everybody. So of course take the messages as they resonate and leave the rest behind. Sorry that was such a long intro today because I usually get straight to the point, but apparently I needed to update y'all a little bit more than normal. All right. Let's see. Okay. So we have mature man along with lovers. Those were the first cards out. It's interesting. So I don't know if some of you guys are having dealings with a more mature man, or you're the mature man and you're dealing with somebody. The lovers is usually about like a love interest or choices between love interests, or just major choices in general. Maybe some of you might have a person at a distance that you are interested in. Some of you might be thinking about moving at a distance. I'm getting more than one message, so bear with me. As I get different messages, I make sure that I, you know, tell you guys what I'm picking up on, and then you let me know if it resonates. So yeah, we have distant horizons here on the bottom of the deck. Let's see. Dang, I haven't had a Dominican blowout in ages. Like a long time. My girl, who I went to high school with, she did these past 2 silk presses for me. They held up pretty damn good, especially because like the humidity and stuff is gone, so they've been holding up. But like now, because I'm like sweating, I'm like, oh come on, trying to, you know, preserve this a little bit longer. I think I'm gonna wear my hair straight for a little bit. I miss my fro, but like I kind of miss my hair being straight too, so we'll see. All right, anywho, we got a courthouse here, so there might be something going on within the court system for some of you. Maybe you're waiting for some type of documentation or something. Papers being signed. Some of you might be getting ready to get married. Some of you could be getting divorced. I hope it's none of those things, obviously. Getting child support court. Getting a few different messages. So again, take the messages as they resonate. Leave the rest behind. Ironically enough, before I looked at the bottom of the deck, I would say I wonder if this is a little bit of a piggyback of Lati's reading that she literally just did. Because look what's on the bottom of the deck. We have coffin here, and she was in her reading. Some of you might resonate with that reading. It was a really crazy reading. There was a lot going on, but about like a lot of betrayals and stuff within families, and people trying to steal inheritances, all kind of crazy shit going on. I would strongly and highly recommend checking that reading out. It was really good, and I resonated with it. It was It was good. So we got the death here, and then we got that mature man. So I'm wondering if for some of you, it could be like some type of paternal figure, whether grand. I'm not trying to like put that type of energy out there, but it's showing up in the reading. So for some of you, it could be like it just happened. It could be past energy. I'm not sure. Again, it's a story, right? That's coming out. For others, it could be more figurative, like the ending or the death of a relationship of some sort. Hence why the courts might be involved. So that's why I want to make sure I put that out there. I want y'all thinking, oh, she's, putting the hex in my family. That's not how this works. But, people think stuff like that sometimes. Um, mm, yeah, when you like, when you see the thing is, I'm gonna lock my hair again soon, but I'm like, I think I want to kind of enjoy like my hair loose for a little bit longer. I think I want to get like a what's it called, a like a perm rod set, make my hair big and like fluffy and just like really really cute. I might do it for my birthday. I'm not sure. I might get one more silk press. I don't know, but I'm not sure when I'm gonna lock it. Like I keep on changing the date, but I do plan on doing it soon. So stay tuned. We have imprisonment on the top of the deck. So locked into some type of contract maybe. And then we have gift in the middle of the deck. So again, this could be a piggyback off of what Lati was talking about. I might resonate with her reading too. All right, let's get a few more from here. And then we'll just kind of get whatever comes out from the tarot. Because there's a lot going on already. We're only 2 cards in. Official person. Who is this official person? Courtship on the bottom of the deck. Despair. Maybe found out bad news about somebody who you were talking to who seemed like an official person and they weren't all what they were cracked up to be. And that might be what ended. Maybe this person is older than you. I'm getting a love reading for a lot of y'all. Again, take the messages as they resonate. So as I pick up on different narratives, I'm going to make sure I speak on those narratives. And you guys could just kind of, know where to piece your part of the story, because that's what this deck is all about. It's literally about storytelling. It literally says it on the packaging. So like, it could get a little confusing if, when you're doing a collective, because everybody's story is so different. So it's like, I will make sure that I try to piece together the parts that seem like they fit together as they come out. So just let me know if it's making sense. Yeah, that official person, this person sounds kind of interesting. Because aside from them being like older, possibly, I'm also getting like they're like, it's giving me like almost like boss daddy energy. Like, again, like coming out off like they got all their shit together, but then like maybe they kind of fake the funk to make it seem like putting up appearances almost. I will not be shocked if I start going from the what's the tea reading deck a little bit later. I'm kind of happy I decided to go in. Whenever I get to interact with you guys, it kind of brightens up my mood. Like I feel a lot more perky as I'm doing this than I did earlier. I was down in the dumps all fucking day. So I'm happy I did come on. We have Thief. So this person might have taken something from you. Toil and labor. Pathway. So I'm telling you, it might piggyback off of what Lati just said. I'm not sure if this person stole financially from you, or if this person, hey, Caster River is here, aka my soully, my sister, my bestie. What's up, girl? Check her out as well on her Facebook under that same name. She does private readings if you guys are interested. I always make sure I push y'all readings because you guys are really great at what you do, and I've gotten readings from all of y'all. So, but yeah, like maybe this person stole from you financially, or maybe they stole from you figuratively, like in the sense of your time, your energy, something that you put a lot of time and effort into. And now like you're kind of seeing the light, so to speak. You're seeing that this person is not what they were cracked up to be. And maybe that's why like I felt like my energy was zapped all day. Like maybe like it was like a precursor of what was to come if I do this reading or something. Because today I just felt so off. I mean, I've been feeling off in general, but like today, like for me to break down and cry at work, I never do that. Like I, like the the most stoic person when it comes to that type of stuff. You'll never see me break at work. So if I do, I must be really going through something. Like my grandfather passed away a few years ago when I was at work. Yeah. Or like he passed the day before and I went to work. They were like, "Why are you here? Why didn't you take a bereavement day?" I'm like, "I'm fine." They're like, "No, you're not. You gotta go home." I'm like, "Bye." Yeah. Yeah, I cried at work and yeah, I had to leave. Um, so yeah, we have main female. That's pretty much you guys, more likely than not. So let's see what else shows up. Unexpected income. So we did see the courts, right? So I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna receive some type of money for something. We also have bad health here and thoughts. Like the way that the cards split here. I don't know if you guys have been having okay, I think I see what's going on here. Some of you guys might be having a lot of negative thoughts when it comes to money at this time. Kind of waiting for something to come in, hoping that something will come in. Gift is here. So let me know if this is resonating. But if like money's been tight or something like that, and you've been kind of going through it a little bit, you're kind of just waiting for something to happen. Like when are things going to get better? Um, Getting something along those lines. Let's get like two more from here. But I see you guys as you're trickling in. Thank you for being here. Appreciate y'all. Pathway. So again, that's like that sense of like some type of illumination about something. Pathway being kind of lit up, kind of, so to speak. Yeah, community. I almost said communication as I burped. But it says community. Maybe there's going to have to be some type of communication about finances. I'm not sure. Yeah, because concern is here in the middle of the deck, and then we have sudden wealth on the top in the reverse. So maybe it has something to do with family, somebody we might have dated. Yeah, so about a house. So let's get one more from here. And we're going to pull some tarot. Poverty. So some of you guys might be kind of going through something financially then, you know. I'm also getting another narrative that I picked up on. Like I started staring at the cards really hard and I was like, why do I keep feeling like I need to like really reanalyze the cards? Because again, there's different narratives coming in all at the same time. So I try to piece all the pieces together and present it to you guys where it might be your story. Because this is how tarot works sometimes. It's a really, really strange thing when you're doing collective readings in particular. So another thing I was picking up on too is for some of you, this could have been work related. I was picking up on mostly romance and family kind of dynamic, but for some of you, this could have even been work related, where maybe some of you guys had to make a choice to remove yourself from a work situation. Like you made like a final judgment call. You might have had to sign some documentations and stuff to get out of that. Like if you had like a contract with your work type of thing, like if you're tenure or anything like that, which would explain. Like I feel like this place might have stole from you like financially or again like your time, your energy, zapped you kind of thing, getting burnout. Something like that. So now you're just kind of waiting for something. Yeah, you put a lot of what for those of you who might resonate with that, you know, or any of the narratives that I kind of presented, whatever the case, a lot of hard work and energy was put into this. So, yeah. You know, I'm getting that for a lot of you guys, you wanted to be held in high honor, and you know, maybe that never happened. And it's like, okay, so I put all this hard work and energy into something just to feel, you know, impoverished or drained of all my energy. And now I'm stuck in this situation of this is bullshit, you know. But I feel like a lot of you guys made a decision or are going to be making a decision to remove yourself from this, to go somewhere where you're going to maybe get a raise. For those of you who resonate with more like the career kind of thing going on. But it does look like there's something happening here. Yeah, there's like a false person behind the scenes that was like pulling the. I just heard pulling the strings. I heard puppet master. Um, Speaking of which, that movie fucking terrified me as a child, but that's besides the point. So there might have been somebody who maybe behind the scenes at work who like played around pulling the strings when it came to maybe you getting a raise or something like that. If this is work related, very interesting. Yeah, we're definitely gonna look deeper into all this. But like I said, for others, it's more like that energy of somebody kind of really zapped your energy. That might be a family dynamic. The courts might have to get involved, whether it's like a divorce or alimony, child support. I'm getting stuff like that. This person definitely was like a thief of your time, and they were a false person. It's almost like you dodged a bullet. You made a choice to remove yourself, or sometimes in some cases, for some of you, the universe made a choice for you to say, you know what, this is not the situation that you need to stay in, because this is not, you know, this isn't for you. It's almost giving me like something had to happen, like, and I can explain that pathway part. This is what I'm picking up on. The universe, God, whatever you believe in, had to kind of put things into perspective for you to really see what's going on behind the scenes that you might not might not have wanted to see before. It's something like that. Again, let me know if these messages are making sense, because I know that's going to be different for everybody. So just let me know. I don't know why I put my cards like so far over there, as if I'm going to be able to reach them all the way over there. Could have put them much closer. That was dumb. But anyway. Alright, so what we got? Bottom of the deck, before I even do anything, we do have the Knight of Swords. When I split the deck, we have the 8. There we go. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. Before I even do anything, look. Ace of Swords in the middle of the deck. Remember I said you got some type of clarity or something. The light, there was like this pathway, this light that was like illuminated for you about something. And that's what the Ace of Swords represents. It represents the truth and the clarity that you needed to see the situation for what it was worth, so you can remove yourself from it. Knight of Swords. Again, a lot of you really might resonate with Lati's reading, because there's certain parts of this story that definitely feel like it lines up with what she was talking about earlier. Alright, so this is going to be just whatever comes out kind of thing. I'm not doing a spread. So whatever comes out, which I rarely do, but I felt drawn to do it like that this time. So as the cards come out, I'll just read them intuitively and let y'all I'll tell y'all what I feel like is telling me in those moments. All right, so we have 8 of Pentacles here. So it's giving me, for some of you, this is work related. It's gonna be different for everybody. Others, it's more just you put a lot of hard work and energy into whatever this was, because I did mention that more than once already. Middle of the deck, you have the World. That's about finality. That's about completion, successful completion, and endings, right? And then, ironically, as I try to take a card off the top, 2 cards came out together. So we got the Hanged Man and the the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords is about accepting defeat. It's about kind of putting up the white flag and walking away. And then you have the Hanged Man, which is about release, right? Surrender. So some of you might have surrendered from a job. Some of you might have surrendered from a connection. Even if you wanted that connection, you realize this wasn't what it was presented to you as. Let me know if it makes sense. All right, so let's start pulling some cards, see what comes out. Definitely gonna pull from that. What's the T? I'm feeling so guided to do that, so that's what I'm gonna do. High Priestess. Highly intuitive. Highly intuitive. It's also giving me secrets. Things happening behind the scenes. Remember, we saw that false person card a little while ago. Like, there might have been some, I heard esoteric knowledge. There might have been some stuff going on behind the scenes that was supposed to be kept under wraps that you weren't supposed to see or find out, and you found out. But it's not that you found out like by being nosy either. I think it's more like it was presented to you, right? An illumination, if you will. Pathway card, right? Something was illuminated for you to see the truth about what was happening in this particular situation that you found yourself in. And then look, we got the judgment on the bottom of the deck. You can't make this shit up even if you wanted to. Top of the deck, we have Two of Cups. So something about a partnership of some sort. This definitely sounds so much like fucking Monty's reading. It's creeping me out. Me and her, like, it's like when we do readings, if I go before her reading ends up being like a continuation of mine and vice versa. It's so crazy. It happens like that. But yeah, so we got this Two of Cups here. It's about partnerships, whether it's romantic. It could be romantic, especially with that Lovers card that was there, and we saw the courtship card earlier too. So it could be romantic. For others, it's just a partnership in general that you had to figure out some type of truth about, and you had to make a final judgment call. Hence, the courthouse. That's about final judgments and things like that, right? Um, wow, yeah. Page of Swords, really paying attention to things, watching things, studying things. You might, like, let's say if this has something to do with like the law, right? You had to like sit there and you're trying to figure out, okay, how does the law fit into this? For those of you, if it has to do with the courts, like if it's that deep, you know what I mean? Um, you know, researching, marriage law and things like that within your state. I don't know why this came up, but I don't know if some of you, this seems very, very specific, and I don't know if any of you guys are even going to resonate with this, but hear me out. I just heard common law marriage. I don't know if any of you guys were with somebody so long that, like, you weren't officially married, but you might have had common law marriage, or that person threatened you with having common law marriage, and then you found out later through research that common law marriage doesn't even exist in the state you live in. That sounds super specific. I don't know why they would tell me to even say that, because common law marriage is not in every state. But they told me to say that. Let me know if it makes sense. You're with somebody for like, 13, 14, 15 years, and, oh, you can't leave me. And I'm not signing any papers. And you realize later, like, I don't have to sign shit. I could just leave your ass because we're not technically married. There is no common law marriage here. And then they're like, what? Like, they figured it out? Like, I don't know. Like, I just heard dumbfounded. Like, they're like, oh shit. They're brave enough and smart enough to go do their own research. I can't play those mind games with them much more anymore. They might have air in their chart. Not to say everybody who's has air in their chart is mentally manipulative or anything like that. I have it in my chart in many different placements. I don't play mind games with people, but I'm just saying, you know, very calculating sometimes. Some air signs. Anywho, before I go off on a tangent too long and lose y'all. All right. This is a lot of cards, but I'm gonna take them. We gotta read. Alright, so these all came out together. Alright, so we have the Six of Swords here, which is about being guided to do something. It's also about a transitional period of life, moving from the rough waters to the calmer waters. We have the Nine of Wands. So it's like it's giving me like wounded warrior type of energy. You've been through a lot. Got your guards up a little bit, or a lot. Rightfully so, because it sounds like, and it looks like you guys have been through quite a bit, based on what I'm seeing here. But I'm also getting divine protection, too. For some of you, you might be getting ready to receive some type of inheritance or something with this Six of Pentacles here, which goes back to what I was saying last week's reading. Might resonate with you guys, but like you might be, especially like for those of you who are going through financial hardships, there might be some type of money being rewarded to you, whether it's in the form of like alimony, child support, an inheritance, as Lati was talking about in her reading, something, a raise, back payment of some sort. I'm getting different messages, so please bear with me. But yeah, I think that, for a long time he's kind of been feeling a sense of dissatisfaction in life. With this Four of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Eight of Pentacles, put a lot of hard work and dedication into something. So it's like, to feel that sense of, lack of fulfillment, ultimately. It's like, well, when is this going to get better? But it looks like something is in the works behind the scenes that you might not even fully see. Somebody might owe you an apology. I'm also getting that some of you, this could have to do with a child or children of some sort. Page of Cups in the middle of the deck. Okay, of course, keep in mind that this is a collective, so it's going to be different for everybody. So just as I give these messages, understand that they are going to resonate with different people in different ways. Okay. What else do we got? What else? For those of you who are new, if you haven't done so already, definitely hit that subscribe button, as well as that like button. Whatever you feel comfortable with. Interact in the chat while you're here. If you're watching the live, amongst yourselves, with me, even though I have to squint really hard to see the messages, so on and so forth. All right, we got King of Pentacles. Remember I was saying that boss daddy energy? Let's just see what that boss daddy energy is about here. Look. 5 of Cups. That boss daddy is in their feelings, or they put you in your feelings. Some sorrow. I just heard the word sorrow. That's not usually a word that I use when I describe that card. It's kind of in the meaning of the card, but I typically just say crying over spilled milk, or sadness, a sense of loss. But I very, very rarely use the word sorrow when I describe the card. But yeah, this person, yeah, for some of you, this is definitely a family dynamic kind of situation with this 4 of Wands, and we did see the community card earlier in Kipper. This card's kind of represent the same thing. So for some of you, you might have been in a longer term commitment with this person, or there was, family involved. You might have lived together, cohabitated, or whatever. You might have been married to this person. For others, this could even be like a twin flame, and unfortunately, this twin flame is acting like a douchebag. But stranger things have happened. Yeah, this person might have made you feel rejected within the connection. I'm getting that maybe you never felt quite good enough for this person. But the thing is, it's like, it's almost like they want you to know, like, yeah, you're good on your own. Like, you don't need this person to validate you. So just understand, I feel, for those of you who are resonating with this being more about, like, romance, like the Lover's card being here again in a different context, or different, not a different context, but a different deck. And the Lovers actually does represent twin flames as well. So, oh, look at that. The moon was hiding underneath the 5 of Cups. I'm like, why does this card feel so damn thick? That's why the moon is here. So it's like, some hidden stuff going on, right, behind the scenes. But I think Spirit is trying to let you guys know, like, you're okay by yourself for now, Yeah, with the Tower. So it's like, that's after the 4 of Wands. So it's like, yeah, something big and major definitely had to happen. Yeah. This person might try to converse with you soon about something. I heard the word negotiation. I don't know if it's because they want to try to work on things or something like that. I will also say that if that is their intention when they come towards you, listen to them. Listen to their words. Does it sound genuine? Don't get duped. Because it might be one of those situations where, let's say, there's child support or alimony or any of those kind of things involved. They might be just trying to get on your good side so that you won't put them in that position. Get something like that. Because people could be very calculating like that. All right, tell us more. Wow, that's only, 3 or 4 cards that I pulled so far from the tarot. There's a lot going on, guys. Shit. Story time for real, for real. All right, we got the Temperance here. For some of you, this person could have Sagittarius in their chart, or you could have Sagittarius in your chart. And it's also giving me just a sense of, equal give and take, patience, balancing yourself out, finding a sense of peace and harmony within yourself and in your situation. This Judgment card here on the bottom of the deck again. It's like, we're getting a lot of major arcana here too. I've been just kind of showing their faces here throughout the reading. I really feel like this is a time to just pay close attention to the things going on around you, and for the things that don't fit, make you feel in alignment with where you're trying to go at this time. there's gonna be light shed on those situations and those people, so on and so forth, to help you, remove those things, so you can take this leap of faith, the fool, do something new, something different. But you're gonna also have to practice good judgment in these cases. Take the things that you've learned and do something with them. Um, Sometimes what happens is, you learn these lessons and stuff, but then do we apply them? That's a good question to ask yourself. We've all been there. No judgment. um, you learn a lesson and you're like, oh, I'll never do that again. And then you're represented with that same exact scenario, but in a different way. But the lesson itself is still meant to be applied, right? It's like a word problem, right? You could be doing a division word problem, like it's still fucking division or addition, whatever. The way you apply the practicality of how you solve that problem is still the same. It's just how are you reading the word problem, right? How do you dissect it? What parts of that word problem do you need to take to put it and plug it into that equation to get your to solve the problem? You know what I mean? It's not necessarily a copy and paste, but it's you gotta pay attention to it. You gotta use your intuition. I know that's a weird ass example. That's the teacher in me, I guess. Gotta, I guess, mentally prepare myself for going back to work tomorrow. So I have to be off for 2 days. Well, I wasn't off. I took the days off, but yeah. Maybe Spirit's like, make sure you go to bed early tonight so you could be on the up and up. You're gonna be doing word problems tomorrow at math group. So I think it is math group tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So that might be them talking to me right now. Like, make sure you get your ass some sleep. Um, but anyway, let's see what else is going on here. The star. Aquarius energy. Also, I said it already, but a lot of major arcana here on the spread so far. That card is about peace as well. You guys need a sense of peace. It's about give and take. Like if you look at, I know it's hard to see because I have like the gold ones out right now. So with the ring light, it might be harder to see it. But like, if you see, they also call this card or the sign of Aquarius the water carrier. If you look at how the lady, which I can't have this up too long because I might get flagged because she's naked. So let me hurry up and do this. You see how she's got these jugs, right? And I'm not talking about these. I'm talking about the jugs in her hands. So she's with one hand she's like filling that one up so she could put that water in the next one, and she's nurturing something else, right? It's giving me that in order to take care of something or heal something, she has to make sure she heals herself in order to be able to pour into something else. You see, it's like a cycle, right? It's all about like how a water, I think it's called a water mill, right? How it keeps spinning and the water just keeps pouring out. It gives me that. It's a cycle, right? It has to, and I heard the word succession. Like it's one of those things, like it can't be just one-sided. So I'm definitely getting an energy of healing at this time. Some of you guys might be feeling like you've been overpouring or overextending into certain things or connections in your life, not pouring into self enough. There could be a reason why I feel so drained today, and this is, now that I'm doing this reading, I'm like, this could really much so me being an empath, and how spirit be setting me up with this shit sometimes. Because they definitely have a tendency to do this. I'll feel off all day. I'm like, why do I feel like this? Oh, because I need to do a collective reading and talk to y'all. Because this might be how y'all feel, right? Overpouring, overextending into something, whether it's a connection, or just not nurturing and taking care of self enough, right? There is some healing and stuff that needs to happen. I'm also getting, for some of you, take it as it resonates and leave it if it doesn't. Some of you guys are meant to really be like in the forefront, in some kind of way, whether maybe it's at work for some of you. Maybe you guys, are like model, like, I'm about to say model citizen, but that's not the word I'm looking for. Like model, like workers, like people, like your boss may be like, or bosses have said like, you see so and so, you got it. That's what you need to be doing. Like that's how you do it. You know what I mean? Like really, like front and center, like tension on you type of thing. Seems very specific. Let me know that resonates. But yeah, we got the Magician here, another major arcana here. The Magician on the bottom of the deck. It's about willpower. It's about the ability to manifest whatever you want, if you want it bad enough. And they're able to. The Magician is cool because like they're able to use so many different elements and whatnot and manipulate energy, not in a negative way but like in a positive way. Like even like if you look on the top of their head, they have like an infinity sign, right? Like they're able to do so many things. You know, they got the wands there, they got the pentacles, they got the cups, they got everything. All the elements are there. um I'm getting for some of you, this is another message I'm picking up on. In order to work on this healing process, some of you might, you know, need to be by large bodies of water. Others of you, they're saying manipulate different elements to work on your healing. Yes, exactly. You talked to that alchemist or alchemist cards, because in different decks, came up about 6 times within your reading tonight, something like that. It was crazy. It would be on the bottom of one deck, or it'd be in the middle of another one, or show up on the spread. I'm just like, damn, they definitely want that to be pointed out. But yeah, alchemist. So between that and then like, you know, being able to, in terms of this alchemy, and I also just heard transmutation too, to transmute some of this energy that you've got going on around you, it might be important to think about different elements. You know, sometimes you might only work with certain ones, like maybe some of you all do mostly candle magic or work with fire. This might be a time to work with water. This might be a time to work with, you know, your thoughts only. And that's a gift in and of itself for some. Like just your thoughts manifest. You know what I mean? And that's it. Or writing it out. That's another thing too. So on and so forth. Earthing, right? Grounding, spending time outdoors. In fact, the song that's playing in the background is like one of those little like lo-fi, you know, copyright free, because I ain't trying to get flag shit type shit on here. In the background, there's actually birds chirping in the song right now as it's playing. So yeah, being out in nature in general might be really beneficial for some of you guys, right? So, Ren, cut the shit. Sorry, I'm yelling at my cat like that, but she's just doing too much. She needs to go sit her little ass down. I think that she might be ready to go through heat again, and her little boyfriend is outside that she ain't ever gonna see because she ain't bringing home no babies. So we got the Four of Pentacles here on the top of the deck. So it's giving me, you know, the four. Thank you, Ren. Go sit down somewhere. You got your tree house over there. You got the other stuff over there. You got scratching posts. You got all this space and opportunity. You just want to be a nuisance, and you know, yeah. You can go to the window all you want. You ain't going out there. Anyway, she's scared to go outside anyway. She's a piece of work. She'll go like out in the hallway and she like smells around. I'm like, and I'll tell her, if you go outside, you're stuck out there. And then she looks at me and she comes back in. I'm like, yeah, exactly. Keep it up. You ain't gonna come back in this house with no damn fleas and shit. Absolutely goddamn not. Or knocked up, one or the other. But anyway, the Four of Pentacles is about releasing, right? She better clank, clank like I've been doing. Clank, clank, nigga, clank, clank. No, let me stop. But no, seriously. You ain't going out there, Ren. All that meowing. So she think this shit. I'm horny too, damn it. No, let me stop. I'm so happy I came on. I needed the laughs and stuff. I love you guys. So yes, that's what I was trying to say. I can't even get it out. What the hell? I'm about to say get it up. What the heck? Somebody, did some of you guys know somebody can't get it up? Why would I say that? That's not what this card represents. I'm trying to say. Let me rewind. All right, Four of Pentacles. Some of you guys might have been having a hard time with releasing something, letting go, holding on to something too tightly, right? Boy, oh boy, I can't right now with y'all, with myself and with spirit. Oh, y'all just got me all messed up right now. I can't. I needed to laugh though. So thank you, spirit, for the laugh. I needed that. That's probably the most I laughed all day. I laughed a couple of times on some funny ass shit that was on Facebook and stuff like that, and My girl, Caster River, sent me something. It was pretty funny. So I needed a few laughs throughout the day. But yeah, holding on to something too tight, gotta release. Gotta release. Some of y'all might need a really good orgasm. I don't know. Spirit told me to say that. So there's that. Might have some kinks behind the scenes. Don't let me stop. But no, yeah, there's stuff that's like really like behind the scenes, lying dormant. I heard lying dormant that needs to be released and let go of. That like maybe getting like doing some shadow work maybe for some of you guys. Lord knows I need a little bit of that in my life right about now too. So I get it. Let's get like 2 or 3 more from here. So let me know if that makes sense. I know we're getting a little bit silly. I don't want us to like lose sight of what we were talking about. But I think that, you know, sometimes a little bit of humor is a good thing. Yeah, we got the 10 of Swords here, right? It's like comic relief, right? You know, we went from like some stuff that was serious, and then like, why so serious? And then we're laughing, and then look, now we're talking about major betrayals and pain and shit, right? The endings of that type of stuff that's happened. You know, knives in your back, you know, betrayals and things of that nature. But those things are coming to an end or have come to an end, right? Again, after putting a lot of time and energy into something, right? With this 7 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, a lot of anxieties and fears and stuff attached to this. So some of you might be having a hard time with sleep at this time. Let me know if that makes sense. Yeah, that's another one about fears and anxieties too. So yeah, might be some fears and anxieties about what's coming after all of these major endings and pain and betrayals and things like that, right? It's kind of giving me something along those lines. Yeah, but I would say don't overthink it, right? You know, the 10s always represent endings that are going to welcome in new beginnings. So the worst of the worst is over, right? And life has cycles, right? We go through different things constantly. The only constant is change, right? That's the only thing that we can know for sure is always going to happen is change. So, you know, things could be good for a certain period of time, and then all of a sudden be like, damn, life is life and again. I thought everything was fine, you know, and then it's because, you know, there's still lessons to be learned. You know, it's not like we just learn 1 or 2 lessons in life, right? We got to constantly grow and change and, you know, transform. Transformers. Some of you might be 80s babies or like 80s cartoons. Um, but I just heard Decepticon. Okay, Spirit, y'all funny. Somebody was deceptive, shape shifter type of energy, possibly for some. Yes. So let's get like 1 more from here. One more would be good. And then we're going to pull from the What's the Tea. 4747, as I said that, they're like, oh yes, you're definitely going to pull from the What's the Tea. Absolutely. 1111, baby, make a motherfucking wish. Yeah, lovers. Look, as I say, 1111, twin flame energy. Can't make this shit up. Yep. Exactly. Yep. I guess that's why they told me to say that. And then I heard Decepticon, and I'm like, okay, well, there's a reason why they said that. Transformers. Like I literally heard like the theme song and then like the commercials. I used to collect the action figures as a kid. So we got the lovers here. So the lovers is officially on the spread here with the tarot. It showed up at one point, and now it's officially here. And then we had it in the Kipper as well. So yeah, twin flame vibes, false twin flame vibes for others. Major choices, right? Yeah, yeah, definitely. Okay, look, it's a karmic or a false twin. Justice on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, it's a karmic. Karmic lessons that had to come from this. Yeah, things really hidden behind the scenes with this moon card here again. It's Pisces energy, right? I wonder if somebody has Pisces in their chart. Yeah, had to walk away. Just walk away. Hey, Queen, what's up, girl? I miss you. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. It's nice to see you. So yeah, you guys had to walk away from something. Oh look, as I was like, oh wait, I said that was the last card, and then I stopped shuffling, and then what's on the bottom? The death card. Can't make this up even if you wanted to. But yeah, so now because Spirit told me to do it, I'm gonna pull from. Please don't fall. Please don't fall. I have like a tower of cards, and I'm just like, just don't fall, please. Because I guess it's more convenient than having to every time I want to read have to go over there, come back. Like this is too much work. So now I just have them like very neatly on my coffee table since it's just me here. So I'm like, why the fuck not? Um, but yeah. So we're gonna pull from the what's the tea? See what's going on there. Transformers. And I'm about to look at like old Transformers commercials. Be like, ooh, I used to have that one. Because I'm a fucking nerd. Speaking of nerds, it just made me think of some of you guys really might like really love the 80s, either born in the 80s, raised in the 80s, or just like really love the 80s. For those of you who watch like Stranger Things, I just thought about Luke's little sister. I can't remember her name right now. If you guys are fans, type it. Why is her name slipping my mind right now? But when she'd be like, "What's up, nerds?" The like very very annoying little sister kind of thing. She's funny as hell. But yeah, they need to stop playing with us and like just release the damn season already. Like I'm tired of waiting. It's been way too long. I don't know if that static sound was a part of the song or not, but it freaks me out a little bit. Like, is it a Demogorgon coming through the TV or something? What the fuck was that? Um, but yeah. Okay, so let's see what's going on with the collective. Alright, so we've got, there you go, wolf in sheep's clothing. This is a fake motherfucker right here. Remember, I said that earlier, and then we just talked about Transformers. Transformers. Um, yeah, faking the funk. I said that way early in the reading. Somebody who really knew how to, portray themselves in a way where you thought that they were something that they were not. Oh boy, here we go. Looking you up, researching you. Explains why the Page of Swords showed up more than once in the reading. Researching you, studying you, getting info. This is y'all unfazed and reflecting. Working on yourself, might be getting into meditation, yoga, Pilates, different type of practices that help you with mind, body, and soul. I'm getting for some of y'all. Some of y'all might be drinking tea or like to spend time like at coffee shops and stuff like that. It's just something that they told me. Or might be something you're thinking about getting into. Now this is a little bit different, but I also picked up on Zumba. Are any of you guys thinking about doing Zumba or do Zumba right now? And maybe you've been thinking about doing a class or like getting one of their little memberships they watch on the TV and stuff. It might just be like them trying to say, this is a time to kind of get to moving and grooving. That's the words they told me, moving and grooving. To like get your body more active. We have marrying for money. Interesting. For some of you, you might resonate with the idea of this having to do with marriage, and this person, for some of you, did steal from you. This person also likes to party a lot. My girl loves to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. Do y'all know that song? The folks that were around in the 80s should know it. Eddie Murphy. It's a good song. I love that song. It was written and produced by Rick James. I'm Rick James, bitch. All right, what we got here? All right, so yeah, see, look, we have giving money, but then came out with cock blocking. I feel like, because remember we saw the card about block. That's crazy. Look, this was earlier in the reading. Though. This is about generosity. This card could represent generosity, giving financially or something. With this, which is about blocking, right, or having your guard up. And then the fact that and those came out together at that time, and then these cards came out together, is giving me like if that person is trying to come back into your energy with that type of intention at all, that shit's blizzards. Or you're gonna, block that whole situation like absolutely fucking not. You ain't coming in some, yeah, they creeping. Watching you, maybe like while they're watching you online. Let's say if you have like an online presence. I don't remember, I was talking about that star energy that I was picking up on. That's I might be like in the public eye, you know what I mean? It could be in the presence of like online and things like that. So if they see you're doing well on there, they got like fake profiles and stuff like that. This person might see that you're doing, or they think that you're doing really, really good. So you might be doing great, and then some of y'all, it's more like, you chilling, good, you're doing your thing, but this person definitely coming in with wrong intentions, and it's like, so you're plotting and trying to figure out how you can come back into my good graces. Absolutely fucking not. What's this? Yeah, bankrupt. So they're going through maybe some financial issues. They're trying to get their meal ticket, basically. Yeah, come in starting some goddamn drama, and they need to say where the hell they're at because, yeah, no, thank you. What the fuck is this? Like, it's too many. But I just heard dodo bird, so they think it's stupid. You might not be the most intelligent person. Like, I was getting like conversations with this person for some of you might have been like almost painful because it's like you can't get an intelligent answer out of them or a conversation out of them. Like you would try to start like maybe like a philosophical conversation or something about politics or something, and they would like just say really stupid shit, and you're just like, ooh, this is gonna be interesting. And you might have saw that early on. For those of you who are resonating with this being more romantic than anything, like you're just like, okay, this is gonna be quite interesting. And you might have like, ignored the red flags and the signs like earlier on. I've been in those situations before. I'm like, oh, it just means we have different interests. It's like, yeah, you got different interests because y'all niggas are way different, and this person's a dodo bird. Like, you don't need to be, with this person. 57, as I said. I think, the fuck is this person talking about? They talking some bullshit. All right, we got creativity here. Steals your ideas, copies your work, duplicates it, feeds off of you. That feeds off of you part is the thing that's getting me. Like, the steals your ideas, I mean, there could be somebody in your energy who's doing that, but it's that feeds off of you thing, because we talked about that way early in the reading. Like when Joy was talking about, she mentioned it. If you guys were to scroll all the way up, like she was saying, like, yeah, there's definitely like, like energy draining energy going on for a lot of people, and then we got feeds off of you. So this is a person who feeds off of your energy some kind of way, whether like an incubus or a succubus or something like that. They might have, speaking of which, like, I don't know if, okay, I'm getting a couple of different things, so bear with me. For some of you, this person could have been a fire sign. I'm also getting that, okay, too many things coming in at once, sorry. All right, so for some of you, this person could have been a fire sign. I'm also getting that, God darn it, like there's a part that's trying to come out and I can't catch it. it's weird. It's like my like the thoughts, they come, or not the thoughts, but like the downloads, they come, and I have to grab them quick. If I don't grab them, like it's in my head, I'm trying to grab grab it so I can regurgitate it, and I can't get it. For those of you who are readers, let me know if that resonates. Like, does that happen to you guys too? Like, I can't get the message. I'm okay. Wait. I'm getting that this person might have used. Got it. Okay. There we go. Thank you, Spirit. Damn. I'm like, please, because it's like I'm trying to get the message and I can't get it. For some of you, it was like sex magic. Because I keep seeing a rod, if you will. Like Ace of Wands, basically. I keep feeling and seeing that energy. And they might have used sex as a way to get what they wanted out of you, like manipulation and stuff with sex. I'm getting something like that. You have into on the bottom of the deck. It says good chemistry, great vibes, and positive. That's how they view you, but you're like absolutely fucking not. You're like, you played out, player. No thanks. Yeah, because this person likes to start a bunch of drama. Want to be starting something, got to be starting something. How to get over it? What time is it? I listen to some Michael Jackson before I go to sleep. Stuck in the middle. Took my baby to the doctor. They might be burning too. But a fever for nothing he found. That's how she hit the streets. They said she had a breakdown. Someone's always trying. There might be some rumors about this person having an STD. I would not be shocked if that card were to show up from this deck. I would not be shocked. All right, so we have obsessive lover, dangerous, toxic, unhealthy, possessive, karmic. Talked about the karmic energy earlier, so this is confirmation of what we already knew. It says never has the facts, makes shit up and lies. So they might have tried to start lies and drama about you at some point in time, and now they're trying to come back like everything's all sweet, like fuck you, what the fuck you talking about? Like, go back over there where the fuck you was at, you know. Laid out with your little fleas and your dog and whatever the hell else you had going on. Poke whoever he was poking, because we ain't poking me. Go get something like that. But yeah, this person, maybe like when they couldn't have you anymore, they started making up lies and like try to ruin your reputation, but only ruin their own. Or when you were together, they would like accuse you of stuff all the time that wasn't true, but it's probably because they were doing shit. Getting something like that. My phone just went off. Yeah, creeping. It's here again on the bottom of the deck. Moves in silence, yeah. And into you. They definitely watching you from behind the scenes. Let's get like 2 or 3 more from here. I'll pull from the energy deck, and then I think that might be it. I usually like to do something I like to make it well rounded at the end. Oh, I know what other deck I'll read. The Sacred Messages deck. Just to kind of send you guys off with that positive energy, and then that would be it. I'm gonna relax the rest of the night so I can be mentally, emotionally, and physically prepared for tomorrow. I don't want to go. Just these 2 days I needed them off. I really did. But it's back to reality tomorrow. All right, so we have screenshot, getting evidence, proof, and facts. Exactly. So this person, they watch you trying to get some type of insight about, I just heard intel. Trying to get some type of intel about you. And it's like, I'm chilling. Like, why are you worried about me? First off, you're not in my life for a fucking reason. And then on top of that, like, why the fuck do you care so much? Like, you guys are not, you're unbothered completely by this. Like, yeah, see, because this motherfucker's played out. Got it officially on the spread now. Played out. Like, one of the things that might have made them play it out was like the love triangles and shit they used to try to have you in, the third party connections and all that. Like, you know, like, it's funny because the first time I saw that card, the played out card, I kept hearing like playa from the Himalayas, like from Martin, like playa from the Himalayas. We used to say that at Jerome, right? Like, I heard that. And I didn't say it out loud, but now I heard it again when the card came out again, and now it came out with love triangle. So yeah, they definitely was a player, and you dodged that bullet. Didn't I say that? Blocking negative energy, escaping crazy people, psycho, and protected by haters. And I also said something about divine protection. Wow. Legal issues. Thank the spirit for more confirmations. Court, judges, immigration, lawyers. Goes back to this card that we saw earlier. So look, everything's coming back full circle. So this is definitely what's going on. And girl fight. Yeah, this person tried to have you in competition and all kind of stuff. Like, fuck out of here. Like, I'm happy that, you know, like, if you guys did really go through that at some point, like, I'm happy that you guys finally, like, you know your worth. Like, you're not about to sit there and compete over a bitch ass nigga who ain't shit. For what? Y'all know better now. Like, you know that you don't got time for that. And I'm sorry that I'm cussing so much, but like, I'm amped up. I was like, I was super dead all day, and like now y'all got me fired up with this reading. So you guys got me going. You know, I heard the word salacious. Spirit is funny tonight with some of the word choices. I'm like, what? Salacious. Like, some of these words is like they're words that I don't usually use in my regular vocabulary, but I'm hearing them. And I'm like, I tell y'all, and it makes it that much more entertaining. Right, so I'm gonna get some messages from here. The energy oracle deck. Wait, hold up. Now I'm like, shit. Now I'm like, just dropped a scrunchie down in the middle of the couch. Shit, I'll find it later. Okay, I'll pull 3 from here, and I'm gonna pull some from the T, these. T deck. Because I felt really drawn to those. You see how I'm like having a hard time getting words out all of a sudden? I was just fine. But like something just happened. It's like a shift, a switch. There's something that they're telling me, read from here briefly, but that's the deck they want me to really read from. So I'm only going to get like 3 from here, and then I'm going to read other ones from there. There's something in that deck that they want me to read. Very intrigued to figure out what they want me to pull from when it comes to that, because they made it very, very clear. They're like, you could read from there, but you're only getting like maybe 3 cards, and that's it. And they really are pulling me to that one. Right, so we have the thinking woman, so that's about thinking. It's also like ear sign energy. It's strategizing, using your logic. Something like that. Some of you might have here in your charts. But it's definitely giving more like a head over heart type of thing. Maybe, you know, in the past you did have to make a head over heart decision for a lot of you guys who were resonating with portions of this reading. So it could be something like that. Let's see. Magician and the Mirror. So we saw the Magician earlier, and now we have the Magician here again in a different deck. And see again how we were talking about like using the different elements. If you look at this card, they're using all different types of elements, right? So they're definitely giving me, and yeah, even on this card, he has like the infinity sign right above his head. They're like your opportunities and possibilities are infinite. Whatever you want is within your grasp if you work hard enough at it. Also knowing when to surrender control when necessary. I don't know why they told me to say that, but I picked up on that too. They're like, things will balance out, this yin and yang energy here. So let's get 2 more. They told me 3. That's what they told me. 3 cards. So I'm gonna read 3. I'm gonna take the ones that came out. I'm not even gonna take an extra one because they were not playing. They're like, they want me to pull from there. Usually I like, I count this as one card because they came out together. They're letting me know, nope, not this time. All right, so we have contract and door to romance. So it's giving me like a karmic tie was closed out, right? We saw that energy before, that there was a karmic connection, a karmic debt in terms of romance that closed out, like a twin flame or a false twin or something like that, false soulmate, so on and so forth. Um, that contract closed out so that you can welcome in somebody new. Temple path is here. So that's like the same thing as the pathway card. Like if you look at that card, it's like the equivalent, this sense of illumination, going in that new direction where you're being guided, right? So there might be a choice between two different people even. We got the man holding a coin, and then we got the thinking man. I'm even getting for some of you, if this is more about the romance thing, like, that fake boss daddy energy, that might be the person that you're leaving behind, because we did see the King of Pentacles earlier, and that's the same energy. Now there might be somebody who's another, like if you have air in your chart, there might be a new air sign coming towards you, who you're meant to connect with, and you're gonna really hit it off. You might both be super smart, analytical. You'll be able to have very intelligent conversations with this person. But that old contract needs to close out first. I'm getting something like that, and I think you guys are actually a match. For in some cases, some of you might both be like divorcees. So again, take it as it resonates, or recently, ended something, and now you're single, getting something like that. So now we're gonna pull from here the tea leaf deck. I couldn't even get that word out. Like I'm trying. I'm like tea. I just like stopped talking. I'm like, what's happening here? I say tea leaf deck all the time. I just can't get the words out. But yeah. So they wanted me to pull from here, and so I'm gonna pull a few from here, and then I think that'll be it. Well, no, I'll pull the sacred message cards, like 2 or 3 of those, and that'll be the end officially. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate y'all. I hope that you've been having fun. I feel like this has been like a mix of lighthearted but serious all at the same time. A little bit of comic relief. We all need that sometimes to escape from, the narrative of the seriousness that happens in our lives on a daily basis, right? So we have 2 cards that came out together. Actually, wait. 3 cards. And ironically, for some reason, these cards felt really stuck together. They're in this bag. I don't see how they would feel sticky like that. There's nothing on them. But they were literally stuck. I don't know if you guys were able to hear me like pull the cards apart. There should be no reason for that. Somebody might have Aries in their chart. But let me just tell you what I'm getting here. And somebody might also have... oh, look. And those are stuck together too. Look. Did y'all hear when I pulled those cards together? Apart, rather? They were stuck together. I just heard... stuck in the middle with you. I don't know why I heard that. I don't know who sings that song, but I just heard it. But okay. So let me just tell y'all what I see. I'm gonna read them as how they came out too, because like there's like 2 pairs that were stuck. I'm like, they all came out together, so that's interesting. All right, so we have. You see, I'm like all of a sudden I couldn't talk a second ago, and now I'm talking really fast. Crazy. All right, so we have Lion here. Time to act. So it's giving me possible Leo energy for some. We also have Dark Woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. Interesting. Along with, but these were kind of sort of separate. And this is why I was saying I'm picking up on a possible Aries. Like, look how that looks. That looks like an Aries sign, right? It says victory in some endeavor, along with chain of events that will affect your life. So it's like they're saying there's going to be some type of victory when it comes to something that you dealt with, when it comes to possibly a woman. You might be the woman, or somebody else be the woman in your life. That, when you made a decision, I'm getting this, it might be you guys. Some of you might have like a tan, or are like African American, or just have dark hair. But it's like you guys are the ones who kind of, decided to take, charge of your life in a way, in some type of way, shape, and form, to go towards what it is that you wanted, to seek the changes that you needed to see. And now you're going to be very victorious because of it. I also feel like you broke away from some type of chain that kept you bound for a long time. That's what I'm picking up on so far. Let me know if this is resonating. Um, from here. All right, these all came out together. All right, we have finger. Um, Warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. Interesting. Well, let me just show you the card. You know how, like, like when we were growing up, like, a parent goes like that, like scold you almost. It's almost like spirit is like kind of scolding you about something. It's almost like you know this already, but they're like, did you remember I was saying, like, did you learn the lesson? Like, there might be a repetition of a lesson coming in. I'm getting something like that. We have hammock here, taking a vacation physically or mentally. So some of you guys really, we talked about this earlier, some of y'all really might need to, like, do some, like, resting at this time. Maybe that's what they're trying to, like, kind of, like, point out to you, like, you need to relax. Owl. So there might be somebody very wise around you. It says good advice from a wise person. So, seeking advice from somebody who's very wise, especially if they're telling you to get some rest, maybe. We have scared, heartache over what you no longer have. So it's giving me kind of like three of swords energy. So this might be a good time to also, rest in terms of healing, literally healing from past heartbreak, even for some of you. Especially like because there's this chain that you broke here, right? Moving on. Wow. And dolphin, financial gain. Nice, I like it. Usually coming from something you did in the past. Now remember, we were talking about, for some of you, you might be getting some type of inheritance, or you might be getting some type of like money when it comes to like alimony or something like that, a settlement. There's something happening here. And they're just letting you know, like, rest assured. Like, if you've been, I'm also getting, like, if you've been overthinking a lot about this situation, whatever that is, just getting different narratives. I'm trying to, like, bring them together, but in some cases they're not going to be all in one. But for one that makes sense, I'll let you know. Like, and you guys just use your own discernment, like where your part of the story comes in, because it's going to be different for all of you, since it is just a collective. Side note, I am open for personals, or private readings, I should say. If you want to reach out to me, my email is in the description box. Let me know that you met me or found me here on YouTube, and you'll get a discount. A very, very nice discount, by the way. So, yeah. Can't say that for any of the other platforms that I'm on. Just saying. I don't say that for YouTube. I mean, for Facebook or any of that shit. So, I would strongly suggest taking me up on that offer if you're interested in something. But yes, so we got a few cards that came out together. It's Elephant. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Yes, gained a great sense of wisdom with everything that you've been dealing with. It says wind chimes here, peace and harmony. That's like that temperance card that we saw earlier. Feather. Someone you know is undependable and insecure. Interesting. Yeah. People who are just, wishy-washy all the time. I think you've had to learn your lesson about whoever this person is, or that type of energy, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna have to find peace and harmony within myself. I can't rely on other people too much, because when I rely on other people, it tends to let me down. Now, that's not to say that you shouldn't allow for, space for people in your life who are going to be there for you and things like that. You got to use your discernment, though, right? That's where this wisdom comes in, right? The owl energy, knowing how to discern what's what. You have firecracker here, and that's excitement. That's definitely like, fire energy there. So Yeah, they're definitely saying like there's some nice stuff coming in here. I don't feel drawn to pull anything else from that deck, so I'm going to pull from here for the last messages. Um, Shuffle. Look, enlightenment. Remember, I was talking about that energy of feeling like there's this pathway lit up for you. You know, I had mentioned the word enlightenment before. Yeah, so that was in the middle of the deck. So a little bit of confirmation there, right? Seeing the truth about something. Last messages for the collective. After almost an hour and a half, longer than I expected to be on here. All right, we have solitude. Goes to show though, I definitely was having fun talking with y'all because I was like, I barely even spoke a word all day until I got on here. So I definitely needed to do this. But yeah, we have solitude. I think some of you guys have been like, you know, maybe in hermit mode or need to be in hermit mode to work on your, you know, your healing and things like that. So take it as it resonates and leave it if it doesn't. That's gonna look different for everybody. But yeah, so let's get like 3 or 4 from here to close out the reading for the collective, and that'll be it. What time is it? Going on 8 o'clock. Works for me. It gives me plenty of time to just relax before I go to sleep. We have, excuse me, we have miracles here. I believe in miracles. Where you from? Yeah, maybe miracles when it comes to your success. You know, maybe things have been very stagnant for a long time, and it's like, oh, it's gonna take a miracle for things to get better, and like all of a sudden, since maybe it's just gonna happen, I'm gonna claim that. I need that. All of a sudden, something just might happen out of nowhere, like boom, goes dynamite. Could be this energy here that we saw, right? That firecracker. Um, like all of a sudden, just boom, something just happens, and life just starts to get so much better because of it. Yeah, we got wisdom here, so yeah, you know, we talked about that too. This energy of, you know, things that had to be learned, right, during this part of the journey. This enlightenment, got it here again. The enlightenment that you had to, you know, kind of witness in order, or bear witness. Interesting. Maybe you're gonna have to. We talked about the courts before. I wonder if you're gonna have to testify as a witness about something. So we saw that energy very, very, very early on in the reading, but it's showing up, and I just had to say that. All right, so we get 2 more from here. Thank you. Change. Now, granted, I do feel like, and there's 5 people in here as I'm saying this. I do, because this did come out in the reverse. I do feel like, you know, change might be one of changes of the essence one. And I also didn't I say that the only constant is change? I said that earlier. So yeah, but I'm also getting that some of you guys might be afraid of change, right? Like, yeah, you've learned all these lessons and all that, and now when it's time to apply it and really, you know, put everything into perspective, it might be kind of off-putting and scary, and you're like, oh, change is kind of not my thing. You know, maybe you don't feel secure in it. Security here on the bottom of the deck. But remember, we were talking earlier about feeling safe, right? And we were talking about this energy of, you know, security. We literally talked about security, which gives me this energy of, and grounding. It's the root chakra. So one of the ways that you might feel better about that is through grounding and spending time outdoors and things of that nature. No pun intended. Look, we got gateway. So close enough if you ask me. We got gateway here, and one of the first cards out earlier in the reading was pathway. And those look very, very, very similar to me. I mean, there's not a unicorn on that card, but what there is a path with a bunch of like greenery and mountains and shit in the background. Yeah, very, very similar energy. So like, they're like, look, we're trying to like that pathway up for you. so you can see where you're meant to go at this time. One more. Yeah. Yeah, they want you to practice patience. I think that you guys have been losing patience when it comes to some of this stuff. I get it because I feel the same way. It's like, when the fuck are things gonna get better? When are they gonna change? Like, give me an answer. Show me a sign. DMX. It's like, I feel very, very much illuminated at this time. So now, when are things gonna get better? Like, you know what I mean? And I get it, right? One of the things that might have to happen according to them is practicing forgiveness, maybe for those who have hurt you, and forgiveness even of yourself. Like, if you happen to be the type of person who beats yourself up all the time about mistakes that you've made and things like that, they're saying this is not the time for that. This is the time to release all of that, and that anger and resentment and stuff like that you might have for other people who hurt you. I know that sounds like one of those things that is so cliche, and it's also one of those things like, fuck that person, I'm not gonna ever forgive them. But holding on to that resentment doesn't do anything for anyone, especially you. Like, it literally does take more energy to be angry at somebody or about something than to be nonchalant about it at the very least. You don't have to be happy, but like, just be chill. Like, you don't have to, at least be, in the middle. There's nothing wrong with being upset, right? It's just more about not, festering in that energy. As I say it, I have like one of my little apps showing up. Oh, it's time to start meditating. I'm like, yeah, exactly. Don't fester in that energy. Release it. Allow yourself to feel it. Like, oh my God, I went off the other night. I just went off to the higher power, God, whatever you want to call them. I just went off. I think it was like Saturday night or something. I just went off. I felt so much better, and then I released that energy, and I said, okay, now I'm going to show some gratitude. I'm going to write my gratitude notebook, journal. And but I needed to let that energy out because I was so angry. I had so much shit going on within me, bubbling up in me, and I was just like, and I ain't talking about poop. I'm talking about, like, yeah, maybe, it's kind of like some shit that needed to come out, but, we're talking about spiritual. And I'm just like, I'm just mad. Like, why am I so angry? What is going on? And I'm usually not like that, but I just went in, and I had like a whole conversation, like, this is how I'm feeling, blah, blah, blah. And then after that I was like, okay, I feel a little bit better. Sometimes we have to do that. We release that energy. Don't let that energy fester and sit there, right? Don't hold on to that negative energy. You have to release it some kind of way, whether it's in the form of writing or whatever. We talked about all those different ways to release energy before. If you need to watch it from the beginning, you can. But yeah, so middle of the deck we have purification. Yeah, purification. Some of you might really like sunflowers. I love sunflowers. But yeah, time of releasing and letting go. We are in the fall season after all. We also are, I don't know if we're in Scorpio season already or if we're approaching it. If it's not Scorpio season yet, it's literally coming up like, what, tomorrow or something like that? I can't remember. But yeah. So with all that said, I hope that those of you who tapped in or were here the whole time, I hope that you guys got something out of this. I hope that you felt like you felt a sense of enlightenment. We talked about that throughout the reading. A weight lifted off of you a little bit. Understanding that, one, there's a lot of people going through similar things, and maybe not exactly the same, but similar, right? Look at the comment section, like, a lot of people are going through very similar things. That's why this is a collective reading, right? That's why I felt drawn to do that. But yeah, this great sense of releasing and just working on self, resting, healing throughout all of this, being patient with yourself as you welcome in these new things that are coming towards you, some really positive stuff, so on and so forth. But yeah, welcome in those changes that are coming in, right? Yeah, so with all that said, I love y'all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me to have an outlet because there are times where I'm going through my own stuff and I still be like, I think I want to read, and I'm happy I did because I needed that today. Because I definitely was going through it, and I feel a lot better being able to talk to you guys and, you know, deliver these messages to y'all. So, with all that said, thank you for being here. Thank you for your continued support. If you're new, definitely hit that subscribe button and all that good stuff. And yeah, until next time. Until next time, I love you guys and